Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kicking team on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over for their second possession. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That's Carlton Davis bringing an end to that one. 2nd and 7. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Man in motion here is Washington. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Patriots have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space. Securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey, he is tough to throw on. There to bat that one away. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. Airing one out for Bourne. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to pick up a Patriots first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some. And the first carry for Antonio Gibson. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. That is Zach Sealer getting in there to bring him down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
In motion, it's Waddle. A run with the fullback in goal. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We're back to Foxborough after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw is Tua. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. So on 4th down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders with a field goal try. That one is good. And the Dolphins get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. Marcus Jones now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. As this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's got Douglas going deep. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own. You got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points. Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Catch made there, that's Smith. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
It is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again, it's Tua. He'll get it inside the 20. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Tua to throw again. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. Again, it's Tua. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also,
and this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. So we have hit halftime here on a Monday, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin.
Jason Sanders.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. Jones now on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A carry now for Gibson. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one taken in by Douglas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Back to the air again on second and 10.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now a third and 2. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dolphins. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will get out in front 17-7. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
To the air on third down is Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's H.A. And that'll be a pickup of 3. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Tua. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. 3rd down coming up. Here's Tagovailoa. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw from Milton. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Milton now to throw on 1st and... The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath and the opportunity to get off the field.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun is Milton. He's got Douglas going deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. They'll go. Here's Milton. He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on down. On 1st and 10, it's Achane. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Man in motion here is Washington. Once again, it's Achane. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. On 1st down, here's Milton. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Hill brought in motion. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Tua gonna give this to Wright. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll toss it here to Achane. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The Pates offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
That is caught downfield by Douglas. That pass play good for 22. 1st down, New England. They'll drop to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here is 1st and goal. Here we go. One final play. Off he goes. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter.